Starting with our West Asia updates, at least 6 people have been killed after strikes by the Iran-backed Houthi rebels on a cargo vessel sailing near the al-Mandeb Strait off Yemen's coast.
The fatalities were announced by Coast Guard from Yemen's internationally recognized government. Eyewitness footage recorded near Yemen's coast showed a cargo ship engulfed in flames with thick black smoke rising from the vessel. In a statement, the Coast Guard said that 4 sailors aboard the cargo vessel identified as the Tiama were among the dead, along with 2 members of the forces deployed during a rescue mission to evacuate the ship.
It further added that the initial salvo targeting the ship caused a fire aboard the vessel and inflicted extensive damage, killing the crew, comprising of 3 Pakistani nationals and 1 Indonesian national, while a second strike targeted the vessel as rescue workers carried out a mission to evacuate the ship.
A Houthi media outlet later reported that the group's armed forces targeted a ship on Tuesday in the al-Mandab Strait that it said was carrying Saudi military equipment, although there was no official comment from the Houthis about the alleged attack.
Meanwhile, the U.S. military continues to enforce a strict blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. On Tuesday, a U.S. helicopter fired missiles into the engine room of a Panama-flagged cargo ship that attempted to break the American blockade of Iran's ports.
In a post on X, the U.S. Central Command said that U.S. Navy's MH-60 helicopter fired Hellfire missiles, disabling the MV Villanova after the ship's civilian crew ignored repeated warnings from American forces. It further said that vessel is no longer transiting to Iran in violation of the U.S. blockade.
This is the 3rd time in a months-long war, which is now in its 6th month against Iran, and that U.S. has forcibly halted a vessel since reinstating the port's blockade on the 14th of July. CENTCOM said that it has redirected 55 ships that tried to run the blockade and boarded 2 others as of Tuesday.
Now, amid the action in Hormuz, a senior advisor to the Commander-in-Chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has suggested that Iranian forces must be able to expand their operations into enemy territory and carry out missions far beyond Iran's borders.
Whenever the situation demands and the order is issued, we must be capable of extending operations into enemy territory and conducting missions far from our own land. These are the characteristics of an offensive doctrine that must be realized. The IRGC is now tasked with achieving this readiness and developing the capability to execute such operations at the appropriate time.
Now, along with this, Iran's top security official, Mohsen Rezai, has said that the vital Strait of Hormuz shipping route will remain closed unless the U.S. accepts Iran's conditions to end the war, the release of Iran's frozen assets, and an end to conflicts throughout the region. And that includes Lebanon, and it includes Gaza.